Alright, great minds. So you're welcome once again to another episode of Learn Everything About Kinemaster. And as I've said earlier, in the first part of the video, which was the part one that I uploaded last week, I told you there are a whole lot of things you can actually achieve on Kinemaster, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So last week we looked at a whole lot of things that people don't actually check on their Kinemaster app. Yes, a lot of people claim they use Kinemaster, but yet they don't do some of those things. And that's why I have to just quickly take you through those ones, because they're actually fundamentals. Okay, they are basic things you need to know. So but today we'll be looking at editing on Kinemaster proper. That is talking about those tools you can actually use to do some editing tricks. That is on Kinemaster. And I could still very much remember that in the last part of the part 1 video, I was trying to explain to you the workspace, like the work area, where those things you want to actually reflect in your video, more like a back end, where those things shows. That's what we call the work area. So I will simply go there now so you can get me better and follow closely. If this is the first time of you coming to this channel, DJ Create Hub, where we create video editing tricks that you can actually do sometimes with your smartphone, but for now we're working on smartphone. In the future we're going to be talking about you can do that with some other softwares. And so you're welcome. You're going to be getting value, a whole lot of value about video editing tricks, and also some how-to videos. Okay, you can check on some of our videos that were actually created in the past, and I'm sure they're going to be of help to you. So don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get to know when next a new valuable video is posted. And expect videos on on Tuesdays. Yes, 5 p.m. Yes, but on Tuesdays I post video on Tuesdays. Okay, all right, so let's go on. So what we're going to do right now is to go straight to create new, then choose this normal ratio, which is the 16:9, then click on next. All right, so now so the first thing, I've explained all this before, so I'm going to just click on images and click on black, this black one, then click the X at the top right corner there. All right, so the next thing to do is, if I click on that black screen you are seeing, you can see a yellow stuff there. You can see that yellow stuff. All right, so it actually gives you the opportunity or the privilege to kind of extend the background. This particular scene you are seeing, you can see that particular you can see the duration there, 03.487. that means this is 3 seconds. You understand, like around 3.5 seconds. So you can extend this by dragging from the right. You just lay your hand on that right and drag it. Can you see how I'm dragging it? So this actually works well if you want to create a marketing video, or you have a target, you want to create a video that won't be more than 60 seconds. You want to create a video that won't be more than 30 seconds. So this is one of the reasons why I love Kinemaster. You can actually control the duration, unlike some other softwares or some applications that will just give you templates and you hardly even have the full control of the duration. You get what I'm saying? So that is the first thing. And you can always go back, reduce it, you can extend it, just as I said earlier. All right, and from the left hand side there, you can see the 3 dots. So these are some of the things you can do to do this particular scene. We have some things at the left hand side here, and we have things at the right hand side here. So I'm going to be explaining all these elements, because Kinemaster is actually very bulky, but if you take your time to go through everything, you won't have any much problem dealing with the application. All right, so now you can click anywhere to remove that yellow button now, but anytime you want to edit this, you have to click on it. Did you notice any changes? If I click outside here, those things I highlighted earlier on disappeared. Okay, so that means those things are actually available for you to edit this background, this black screen. Okay, so I have to click on it right now. So now that I've clicked on it, so the first thing is, let's look at those elements at the left hand side. So we have the 3 dots there. These 3 dots is used for duplicating the screen. So you can duplicate the screen by adding it as a layer, okay, or you add it as another screen. You understand? So now that means you have just a single slide. Now if you click just that duplicate, what it does is it adds it as another, more like another slide, where you can now use transition. You know, when you move from one scene to another or one slide to another, there's always 1 or 2 transition you see, right? Okay, so that's what that does. Okay, you just duplicate this, that okay, what you have in the first slide will still be what you have in the second slide. All right, so let's practicalize that. You click that and duplicate. Did you see that it has duplicated its exact length? The exact length you have in the first will be the exact length you have in the second. That is the essence. So if you want to keep, if you already have a target like 30 seconds and you want each slide to be like maybe 5 seconds, so once you create the first slide, you just duplicate it. It will not add to it nor remove from it. It will just make it the exact duration. That is that. And secondly, if you want to use the other one, it's more like you want to duplicate as a layer. Now there's a difference between the normal screen and that of a layer. There is limit to what you can do to the screen. This screen now, there are a whole lot of things we can do to it that we can do to a layer. A layer is more like an element that can be added to a video. That is what a layer is. Okay, all right, so that is what a layer is. You can once I click this duplicate as layer, you will notice this solid color. Now the solid color is already showing on the screen, so it's part of the element that will be showing on the screen. Now do you get what I'm saying? Just like you can add images, just like you add text, just like you have some other stuff, you add videos, you understand? So as layers, so that you can do a whole lot of tweaking with these things. Okay, so that is all about that. All right, I'm going to delete that for now. So this, you will still click on this. We're still talking about this. So the second thing we need to note is this particular arrow. Now this arrow is what we call the undo, and the second one, which is not highlighted now, which is fade, is what we call the redo. Now what can you do with this? If peradventure while editing you made a mistake and you want to go back, you can easily go back. You understand? And if peradventure by mistake you went back and you want to restore what you have actually done before, then you can just click the other one. Okay, and can you see that bucket? That bucket icon here is for you to delete. So what I don't want now, let's say out of these 2 slides, I want only one here. I'll just click on delete. The one I've highlighted will be deleted. Can you see that? So let's click this again. All right, just like I explained in the part 1 of this learn everything about Kinemaster, this last icon performs the same function. It will just show you those things. We'll be adding a whole lot of things as layers. So those things you added as layers will now be showing more. It will be showing to make it bigger so that you get to see what you have actually done, the back end of your video. That's what the option of this icon, that's what it does. Okay, so let's click on it so you can see. Immediately you click on it, can you see what happens? It already automatically brings this screen here, which can be taken to anywhere, and here all these sides can be for all those things you have actually added to the slide. So you can add a whole lot of things as layers on Kinemaster. Very simple and straightforward. All right, so let's do some little things. Okay, let's look at the left hand side now. So to go back, you click the same icon again. So let's go back, and I saw something now that okay, let me click this back. Now you will notice this particular thing here. So that's for you to remove this screen if you don't want to be seeing the result of your actions. Okay, so you just click that. So if I click it now, what happens? It disappears. If I click it again, what happens? It comes back. So that's just how it works. Okay, so now let's go on. We just click this. So let's talk about what we have at the right hand side here. So for here we have the color. So now the color is black, so we can actually, all right, before that we have this is where you select what you want at the background. Now this particular one is just a solid color, right? Black. So if I don't want that, I can actually click on this particular icon and it will take me to where I chose this color, and there I will now be able to choose another color, an image or a video. So that's what will happen. So if I click on it, can you see? And I have the opportunity of clicking on something else again. You get what I'm saying? I have the opportunity of clicking on something else, and automatically that's all right. Sorry about that. Okay, so now the next thing is, let me go back and choose my black color. So I can as well go back and choose my black color. All right, so the next thing is for me to it's this is more like how you want this particular thing to show. Okay, it's more like the organization type you want. Okay, how you want the arrangement of the elements. Okay, whether it's grid or maybe the listing type. Okay, I prefer this, but if you want it otherwise, you can actually choose something else. Okay, so then the third one is for you to just click on. Okay, so let's click this back, and now we have the black. This is where you change the color. Okay, so you can click on it and change the color to anything. This is red, you have changed it to red, you can change it to anything. All right, so then we have the second one here where we have the scissors. We have the scissors, and this scissor is for you to cut out a particular part of this screen. So this is, let's say this is 7 seconds, right? And I want to cut out, I want it to be here. I don't want it to be more than 5 seconds, for instance. I can do that and target 5 seconds, then come to this scissors and click on it. Then so we have a whole lot of options there. We have trim to the left. Now trimming to the left works in such a way that if I click on it, that means it will start trimming from this side. Okay, so that means all this side that I highlighted will be cut off. And if I choose trimming from the right, trim to the right, it will start from this side, so it will cut out this. Okay, and the next one is if I click on this particular one that says split at playhead, what it does is that it will split it into 2 different slides, just like we have it in the different in the previous one where I duplicated it. So it will split this into 2 different slides so that you can add transition. And the last one here is for you to add a particular freeze frame. Now what it does is it will automatically screenshot a part of this screen and now add it as a background. Do you get what I'm saying? So you get to understand that later on, but that's what it does. Okay, so let me just show you the example. So let's say we want to work with this. Do you see what happened there? Let me go back. Let's say we want to work with it. Do you see what happened there? Did you see the action? Let's say you want to split that playhead. Did you see what I just explained? So here now you can add different transitions. You can add different transition effect by clicking on it. Okay, then if it's this, you can just split. So but this one is not, you might not know the difference now, so but in the long run you are going to understand, because it's more like a screenshot. Yes, it's not video. Can you see this? You have something like color here, you have something like a screenshot here. If you notice this particular logo, you see like a screenshot. That's what it does. So it's more like a screenshot and just adding it as part of the clip. Okay, now let's delete all this for now. Let's delete this for now. So the next thing is, when you have this particular one here, that's what we call clip artist. Okay, so clip artist is very essential. The clip graphics here, rather clip graphics, if you have it's more like you have some templates on ground. So let's say you have a particular pictures or videos and you don't even know anything about Kinemaster, you're coming across it for the first time, but you want to make a video with it. So this clip graphics will really help you. So you can go on Play Store here to download more clip graphics that will serve as template, like you can actually now tailor to your own content type. Okay, and an example now, if you're interested in travel and activity, now a particular thing like that, so when you click on this, can you see this? Can you see what's happening? Can you see? So I didn't mean I have a particular video now underground. I can easily type something on this text now and type maybe your travel guide, the traveling guide. So can you see that that's what is showing? So that's simply how the clip graphics work, and you will see that particular yellow color, which can be extended or can be deleted. So you can use your hand to bring it down. You understand? You want the only the part you want to show, that's what it will show. Okay, you can extend it. So you do a whole lot of tweaking that you want, and once you're done, you just click on that mark. All right, so we have this already. Can you see what our clip graphics has done already? Okay, so and let's move on to the next one. So we have what we call color filter. So when you click on color filter, you'll be able to choose some other colors. This is more like good for editing your colors. Even though I don't use this actually. I prefer to use the adjustment. Okay, so you can choose this and it will affect the color. Can you see affecting the colors and all that? None now. All right, so you can choose adjustment, and here is where I do a whole lot of things. So you can adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation, vibrance, temperature, and to me, I prefer increasing saturation to some extent and also working on the temperatures also. You understand? So these are some of the things that I do for when I'm editing, especially when I'm working with a video recorded by maybe a phone, okay, by a smartphone. You understand? So that's all about the adjustment. So we have what we call vignette, and what it does is very simple. When you click on it, it adds a bit of shadow, like you'll see some shadow around. That's what it does. Okay, and for this, if you need more information about the color, okay, so look at the color code, and this is very important. This is very vital. So for some of you who are kind of interested in, like for instance now, if you are creating a video for a brand, so this is where you come, and it will be easier for you to actually know if you are already working with the brand color of the brand. You get what I'm saying? So that is just about that. This is another beauty of Kinemaster that a whole lot of people don't know about. So that's all about that. So let's add something to our particular video here. So let's say I want to add a text to this video. Now, there are a whole lot of things you could do here. I don't know if I've explained this earlier on. I haven't. So let me quickly explain it. I think I've explained this part. So what you could do is you could click on media to add a new clip. So if I click on media, it will take me to where I can add a new clip. Okay, can you see me adding a new clip? Now it was 2 before, now I have 3. Okay, now but if you want to add a new video, particularly you want to place it on top of another video, then you don't click on this media, because this media will create a new slide for you. So what you do instead is you click on layer, and there is another media under layer. Can you see that? So that's what you always click on, so you can add the photo, the images, the videos, or solid colors on layers, or even stickers. You get what I'm saying? So now on layer we have a whole lot of things. You can add media. That's where you get it will still take you to the exact same thing, but just this time around you're adding it as an element on a background or on a clip. Okay, so you click on the other one. That's what we call the FX effects. Like you can have an effect like this, maybe a blurry effect. So if I type anything there, you're not going to show. We have an effect there. So I'm not sure. Later on, you're going to learn more about this, because it's quite very useful. Okay. Then still talking about layer, we have what we call stickers. So you can download more from the Kinemaster store. So we have a whole lot of things. We have some of these elements you must have seen me use are available, and I downloaded them from the Kinemaster store. Okay, so all these things are available for you. Just go to Kinemaster store and download them. And we have text. Yes, I use this a lot, because anything you want to write using Kinemaster on Kinemaster, so you can actually write anything there. Ready to learn. All right, so this now when you click on it, you can do a whole lot of things about this, but that's not what the tutorial for today is all about. So, and I'm so happy I'm showing you what some people might not have known about Kinemaster before. Okay, all right, so we'll talk more about how you can edit this later. So let's just delete it for now. Can you see how we added the text? Okay, so another thing you can do is you can add handwriting. So in handwriting, it's very important I explain this, because it's not that much. So we have these things there. These are the things in handwriting, and I'll explain that quickly. Now for handwriting, you could come to this particular one. You notice this is where you have the color. This is where you have the shape. Now when you click on this, now you have more shapes. So you have more shapes. Can you see the different things? So if you want to just write, this is more like a pencil. This is more like a paint, or maybe I've forgotten a kind of it's used by painters. Okay, this is like an arrow. This is a line. This has 2 arrows. This is a rectangle. We have a whole lot of things. A circle. Okay, so if you click the other color there, that's where you change the color of the handwriting you want. So let me change the color so it shows. Okay, the color is red already. I have this background to show. So now the next one is for you to just this is more like you are erasing something. Okay, so in practical, let's do something about that. We have already chosen our handwriting, and it's on color red. We have chosen this shape. Let's choose this shape so you can. Okay, we've chosen this shape. So if you draw anything, so you just use your hand to draw on the screen. You can see that's what it brings. It brings this. Can you see that? Wow, that's amazing. And if you are not satisfied with that, you can simply delete, or you click